And we're starting. Let's see. And we are live. Hey, everybody. This is of Human Studio. And tonight, I figured, hey, it's been a little while. Let me do a studio synergy. And I came up with a title, and we'll either go by it or not. Connection is a lifeline for artists. And tonight with me, since I have a lot going on, I didn't want a big group with me, but I figured I have my friend Brad show up tonight. Hey, Brad.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
For anyone that doesn't know you, where can people find you online, and tell us a little bit about yourself?
You can find me in a couple places. I am on Twitter at Pencil for Life, Facebook at Pencil for Life, and also YouTube is Pencil for Life. So you can find me just about there. And I'm usually I have a couple shows during the week and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm around.
I'm around. um, okay, so I'm looking at the Hangout, and looks like my camera's down, but that's okay. I don't have a camera pointed at what I'm up to tonight, so I'll just keep it on Brad while he works on his book.
Sure.
Yeah, my man. For those that don't know, a lot of people do know, but I've had the flu for like most, and I've had sore throat on and off. I feel fine at the moment, but
Cool.
my voice is just like it feels horrible, and I think it sounds bad every once in a while, but I guess it sounds okay at the moment, so we're just going with it. And did I just mention? Yeah, my camera's off, so yeah, we're watching you.
Ronnie says, "What's up?" He's in the chat.
Hey, Ronnie. I think I think he gets direct notifications because he always shows up. Hey, what's up, Ronnie? He's my one true fan. I just need 900.
Starts with one, buddy. Starts with one.
Yes. But yeah, it's been a crazy month. There goes my voice. Oh God. Why don't you talk? I'll let you talk for a little bit.
Sure. I don't know what to talk about.
Well, you can go off the title, or just tell people what you've been up to. What book are you working on? What is this?
I'm working on The Handyman. Getting ready to relaunch it again here in about February 15th. So I'm just working on polishing some pages up because I didn't like how they turned out after I did them the first time. I want to put my best foot forward when we go back to the campaign. So I'm polishing them up right now.
So for those that don't know, you did an Indiegogo.
It did fail. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It didn't succeed.
Well, I mean, we got 50% of the way there, so it wasn't horrible, amount, but
right.
Yeah. So but we're just relaunching.
Yep. You needed a certain amount,
Correct.
to print and publish and all that. So really needed to try it again. So yeah, I mean, what I've seen thus far looks so much better, man.
So this is one of the pages I'm working on. I just inked this one. This is the page after, actually. So
yeah, I'm liking it.
Yeah, when I do my grayscales too, it'll look really, really good. So yeah, but so But yeah, so then I typically do grayscale work over that, and then I inked this page. This is not a page. This is a commission I did for someone else earlier today. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Who are the characters on that?
That one is they call her Pope Starfire, and then that one is Raven. So with a cowboy hat. So yeah, I'm like,
Cool.
whatever, that's what they wanted. So
Yeah.
sure, yeah,
At least it's something decent.
yeah. I didn't. Well, yeah, they were like, you know, I was like, I'm not gonna go crazy, because I'm not, a pretty conservative guy, but I don't mind doing it for you, But um, so yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. Oh, thanks, Ronnie. I appreciate it. Um, so yeah, I typically don't, I just want to do something kind of with that one, kind of comfortable, intimate, but not too intimate. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it came out really well. So I'm just letting it. I'm giving it a good time to dry, because even though it looks dry and it's dry to the touch, when you put a marker on it, it'll it'll make it wet real quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so you gotta give it like a day. Yeah. So anyways.
Uh, um. Well, I'll mention. Like one of the things I recently did is like if anybody following me knows I'm part of the 100s, doing 100 days of working on a story for book 2, anthology book 2,
Oh, are you?
and
Okay. Cool.
yeah, it's just a 4-page story, but I'm writing, penciling, inking.
Nice.
Um, I would say my weakest point is going to be my lettering, but I'll do my best.
I know Lafferty's doing it too. So
Yep, yep.
Mhm.
I think he's probably finished by now
Yeah,
because
he
he
was
started.
done. Last time I talked to him, he was inking it. So
Yeah, he started before most of us started. Like we had a sort of launch date, but
hmm
nothing set in stone. But like we wanted most of us working on it together at the same time, and
yeah.
um, but yeah, I believe he finished it because I don't know. I don't know exactly. I've been sort of reconnecting and trying to catch up on people.
hmm
Um, but actually, speaking of Jeff, if anybody that doesn't know, like he has a patron page, and he's done free art giveaways in the past
hmm
for his patrons, where he would sort of do a raffle
Yeah.
at the end of the month, and somebody would win a free piece of artwork.
hmm
Um, and if I'm correct, he should be posting a video probably soon, if not within a week's time or something. And I won the piece, so
Nice,
I'm
dude.
really excited. It's like I've been a patron of his since the beginning, on and off a little bit, but
Which one
um,
did you win? What drawing is it?
I chose Will Eisner's The Spirit.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I was like, I would really love to see you do that. And he was like, okay, I'll give it my best shot. So,
Oh, he
you
could
know,
do it. No problem.
so I'm really happy and excited. It's the first time I won something via his raffle.
That's cool.
Um, yeah, and I love, I read a lot of the Spirit comics, and big fan of Will Eisner, of course.
Yeah.
So we'll see his take on it.
Yeah, that'll be
Uh,
good.
yeah. Um, and so yeah, I'm part of the 100s, and they sort of have an open hangout. I don't know how you set up one, but or how they got it. But there's an official hangout
Mm-hmm.
that's always open, and people could jump in at any time and just hang out with other D100's people while they work, and just shoot the shit and talk and chat and all that.
Oh, okay. It's probably
Um,
just set up on someone's personal computer.
maybe. Um, and so a couple days ago, um, Mike Emmerich said, "Hey, me and Scotto Green are doing a hangout, at this time. Who can join or who wants to join in?" So I said, I can. I've been meaning to connect a lot more
Yeah.
than I have been. I had like computer issues up the yin yang for months. Um, and well, nothing's much better. My internet's kind of weak. Hence, like my video not showing up. But uh, went over there, and a group of people showed up, and we talked, and I don't know for how long, a couple hours I was there. I
Mm-hmm.
think a couple of the guys stood around longer. But that was really good. I needed that, just to reconnect
Yeah.
with some people.
Sometimes artist life is sometimes a little bit lonely. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And Josh Kimball, who's also part of the project, does the current Artcasters show with Scott Circlin, and he was saying, "Hey, who could join us tomorrow night, which will be Friday night for anybody watching this, not right now." Um, and I said, "Oh, I can make it."
Mm-hmm.
And I think I saw one or two other people. I forget everybody's names, but so tomorrow night, it will be midnight my time, so East Coast, but they're West Coast,
Oh,
um,
no big
which
deal.
I think will be 10 o'clock their time. Um,
No, that'll be 9.
9.
Yeah, West Coast is 9, 3 hour difference.
Well, well, I'm not sure if he's
It's-
West West or Midwest or
Oh, gotcha. All right.
yeah. So, um, but regardless, everybody knows when the Arcasters show happens. But excuse me. So yeah, so look forward to that. If you're listening now or watching this soon, I'll probably be joining tomorrow night. I don't think anything's set in stone.
Okay.
Although I'm pretty sure it's just a done deal. Um, and yeah, I'll put the link uh, to it, of course, once that all happens. Um, but yeah, it's like, it's definitely like I used to be part of Hangouts all the time,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much weekly. Not only public ones, but private ones. Just you know, when you're working and just hang out with other artists working on their projects, and just the time flies by much quicker.
Oh yeah, totally does.
It's like if you need to like really strain your brain, it's probably not a good thing. But if you're just flowing with the work, then it's awesome.
Yep. That's very true.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Perhaps I'll get my voice back. I was telling my friend, I think I'm reaching puberty.
Oh, there you go. Finally,
Because
dude.
it's
Finally.
it's finally.
It only took you what 50 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm hi, I'm Benjamin Button.
Hi.
Um I'm reverting back to my childhood.
There you go.
What the hell is going on? But no, it's like I I don't normally listen to the news, but I was catching some of it the other day, and they're like, the flu epidemic is really hitting hard in Kentucky and probably other places too. But like there was like hundreds of people in Louisville, which is like an hour north of me, um, hit with the flu, and even some deaths because of it. So it's just crazy nuts.
Do people not, take care of their hygiene?
Something,
Something like that.
something. I mean, I got caught. It's like typically, I get sick once a year, but it's a couple of days. But like
Mhm.
this is dragged on for a couple of weeks. It's like it's not good.
Yeah. I get you.
But yeah. So what else, dude? Oh, I made mention in a recent video. We've been trying to make more videos, even though they're just mostly on the fly thus far. I will get back to editing videos. But I wanna do a couple of movie reviews.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
not because I'm a great movie reviewer, but because I think they're great movies.
Okay.
Um, I mean, I'm for a lot of people, it would be obvious that I'm going to be doing a movie review of Aquaman.
Aquaman? What?
Yes, because I had a little something to do with his history
What?
in a very small way. um, yeah, so it's like I saw it, I loved it. I mean, that's all really you got
I
to
haven't
know.
seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it here soon. But
Oh yeah, I love the ending when no, I, I
yeah,
don't do that.
I was like, "What? You gonna do that to me? Come on, bro."
when they're hanging out on the beach and well, no.
Like, dude, I'm gonna have to hang up on the stream real quick.
No, but I saw that. I
Oh,
loved it. I loved it.
that's
Absolutely
good.
loved it. And I also saw Into the Spider-Verse.
Mike Emmett says hello.
Hey, Mike.
Uh,
Howdy. Welcome.
yeah, I still need to watch that one as well. Like, I'm behind on my movies, so
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's like, it's like I didn't think I would go and see it, but it just worked out, and
mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I did. It was so good.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be good. I just
Yeah. I mean, I knew it from the first trailer I saw. I was like, wow,
yeah,
it looks really good.
yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I was a little worried about what the hell's the character's name? The Spider Porky.
Oh, Spider Ham.
Spider Man. I was like, I hope it's not too goofy, but no, it was just the
Yeah,
right.
he's a cool character. Yeah.
It was just the right balance. But I'll get into a little bit of it in my thoughts, in a video.
Cool.
Even if it's after like 500 other people already reviewed
Oh
it. So
yeah.
what?
Sure, people already have. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like I'm not going to become a movie review channel, but I figure this is just something I want to do for these two for
Yeah,
right
that makes
now.
sense.
You know,
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because I want to be more about comics and art, and I did a new banner. It's not great, but I just
Mm-hmm.
put up like a new banner on my YouTube channel, sort
Okay.
of giving better focus to what I'll be doing coming up. I mean, frankly, I want to do a lot of things, and that will, ultimately involve me eventually moving from here, getting better internet, getting a better PC, getting a better setup, yada yada yada. But I'm waiting on some contracts, and
Yeah.
so
Did that Critias thing come through yet?
um, part of it, yeah.
Oh, good.
The delay at the moment is me because I've been sick most of the time. So I'm
Okay.
just slowly getting back to work. So
All right.
um, I should have what I have. I should have from next week. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah. But that's, for those that don't know, that's Detective Dead versus Bigfoot Bill. Sort of I think it's a backup story in his graphic novel. I forget now.
Something like that.
So,
I don't
or if
remember.
it's a separate entity, I
I think
forget.
it's separate. I think it's gonna be separate.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
It's a little
it's
farm.
Detective Dead is Critias's creation, and he did a Indiegogo for it. And Bigfoot Bill is Doug TenNapel, um, who had an Indiegogo for his book,
Both
Bigfoot Bill.
yeah, both went really well. Both those guys did really well. So
Yeah, so they decided to do a little short story together, and I'm inking it. I forget the artist's name. I thought I thought the artist was named Sean for a while, and they were like, "No, no." After I posted, it was Sean. But yeah. So the art's really nice on that, and hopefully I could
that's
do a
good.
good job inking it, and
I'm sure you'll be fine, dude.
yeah, and get
A
some
lot
good
better than me
coloring.
inking it, that's for sure.
Well, I'll make sure to get my magic markers out. And no,
There you
I
go.
don't. I'm a brush and quill guy. I'm not a magic marker guy.
Like me right now.
There's nothing wrong with that. The result is in the final work.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, one of my favorite artists growing up was Gil Kane, and Gil Kane inked a lot of his stuff with marker. So
Yeah.
it's
It
like,
works for me because like I figure like okay, I'm really old. I don't want to. I already got to learn inking. I don't want to use the pen and quill. Like it's like I'm just gonna use markers. It's a little bit easier for me. I'm like okay, treats it more like a pencil a little bit. So
yeah.
yeah. So and I mean I suck at inking too. Like you know, if I could afford to hire someone, I would. But um, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, well, you have a couple of successful campaigns, and then you will be able to afford a whole team and all that.
A real inker. Yeah.
Yeah. um. So the writer of that is Tyler, right? Tyler
Yep.
Carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. He's
For
the writer
those
of the
that
book. Yeah.
for
I
those
came
that
up with
don't
his
know,
story outline, but yeah.
Tyler has his own YouTube channel.
Draw and talk.
Uh, Draw and Talk, up and coming YouTube channel. It's growing every day.
Dude, yeah, he's over 750 already, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he's passed me already.
Yeah. I'm losing subscribers.
Oh no.
I don't know why.
Well, it's like for a while there, I was getting like
Mm-hmm.
for a little while at least like 30 new subscribers a month, but then losing 20. So
Jesus.
I tend to think that's people that are like subbing me, so I sub them back.
Yeah.
But I'm not into that. It's like, no thanks.
No, yeah. So yeah, I have that problem. Like, okay, thanks for the follow. I don't tend to follow back. I only follow back for people I'm going to watch.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
And
you
I know
you
like
have
That's like the courtesy like thing. I'm like, are you really gonna watch your stuff? Not really, you know.
I mean, usually
I'll
it's
check in
it's
on you, yeah, but
it's complete foreigners who don't talk English. I don't know, doing either pranks or I mean, just like strange stuff. It's like I'll never watch you in my lifetime. So why should I subscribe to you? You
yeah,
know,
I get it. Yeah,
because
we're
I do watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I do go to my YouTube feed, and it's like I don't want to dig through everything just to find the people I want to find. So I can't subscribe to everybody who wants me to subscribe to them.
oh yeah, like Ronnie the Instagram follow unfollow game. Yeah, I get it, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
very much like that.
And
But I mean,
I've got
there is a point though where it does kind of change, where you get popular enough where then, oh, okay, But if you make drama too, people will subscribe for the drama, But I'm not a drama person. I don't like
yeah.
it,
I took drama in school. No. That's a different drama.
Yeah, I mean, like comic infighting or whatever. That's definitely
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah. Uh, I'm a good kid.
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
You know.
Shit happens along the way, but
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, I know, man. I picked my share of fights a couple of times, and yeah,
um, but definitely like the people that like supposedly watch my videos and then comment like, "Hey, awesome video. Why don't you come to my channel and subscribe?" I delete those right away.
oh, dude, I hate that one. Like,
Yeah,
or they're on Instagram. You should just come to. Thanks for checking out my stuff. You should subscribe. Or, hey, I subscribed to you. They send me a message instead of being, hey, it looks great. They're like, hey, just come subscribe to my channel. I'm like, why? Like, I don't know you from anybody.
yeah. It's like take me out to dinner first. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a, I'm not. I know I'm not a big name, but geez, like please, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's like I can understand that mentality, but it's like that. I'm not. That's not the way I work. So
yeah,
you don't know me then. You're not really listening to what I'm saying in my
yeah. It's
video.
like, do you really like my artwork or not? Type thing. Like, come on, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And with your case, you're like, oh, you know, you're related to Jimmy, so I swear, I'm pretty sure you get that a lot, dude. Like,
At here and there, I mean, I've gotten it a lot in my career, but
yeah, yeah.
it's only like here and there.
Oh, okay.
You know, the worst kind of thing I would get would be like, "Hey, could you tell Jimmy I said hi?" It's like, well, you could tell him yourself.
Yeah, dude. Like,
It's like, why is it my job?
I mean, I wouldn't mind meeting Jimmy one day, but I'm not gonna call you and go, "Hey, Pete, I want to go meet your brother." Like, it just use you like completely. It's just like, ah, God, so bad.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, next time you talk to your brother, tell him I said hi. It's like when I talk to my brother, um, I'm lucky if I could say hi. So,
It's funny is I have another friend. His brother is it's my friend Miles. His brother is Mel, and Mel Milton is he has a really big following on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. And he has a couple of books out. And he used to be an animator, and he's really popular. It's like 300,000 viewers or something like that. So,
all right.
but they always they always like, hey man, you see your brother, and they're like, dude, why don't you just reach out to him, He gets it all the time. Ugh, it's annoying.
Mm. Nah, I really like when it comes down to it. I don't really don't get it a lot,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's I do get a lot of like, hey, I saw your brother at whatever con, and oh man, he's such a nice guy. It's like, yeah, I thought so too. Um, you know, growing up, yes, I agree.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. Not
he was
anymore
like,
though.
yeah,
He's a
he's
dick.
still not. He's still a nice
I get it. I get it.
guy. It's and he's living out in Florida now.
Yeah.
Most people know that. My I have three older brothers. He's the next one up. So growing up, us both we shared a lot of similar interests.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we both wound up in the comic industry. Um, and yeah, so all my brothers are currently living in Florida, and they're supposedly close to each other, and so I'm gonna
So why aren't you in Florida?
cause I'm the black sheep.
Why are you self exiling yourself?
um, cause I
What'd you do, Pete? Come on. Let
no,
it out.
I mean I
I'm kidding.
we
But
we
yeah.
we both left New York around the same time.
Yeah.
He still had an apartment there for a long time, but he went and got a house in Florida. Um, and it's like I moved out of New York pretty much for the same reason he did. It's like New York is too expensive. It's like,
That's way too expensive.
yeah. So I knew I wanted to live somewhere else. I had no connection or like to anywhere.
Uh-huh.
So I sort of threw a coin up in the air. A friend of mine said, "Hey, you could stay at our place um, until you get a place." And I thought about it, and he was in Bardstown at the time, and I was like, "Kentucky." Well, it's like I know nothing about Kentucky, but I know nothing about a lot of places. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
you know. So so I went there and stayed with him and his family for a while and liked it and got my own place and it's like I've been in I was in Bardstown for like 2 years. I was in Louisville year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Um, somewhere in between there, I met Lisa, which is my ex fiance, but we were living together and engaged for like 5 years. I would say she's really the reason I stuck around.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like there's many reasons why I like this place in this area.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Even though it's like what I have planned coming up, it's like it's not a great location to get to other places. It's like I have to go somewhere else. I have to go to Louisville to take a plane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you.
Um, so I have to travel, which is a pain in the ass. But it's like I'm thinking down the line. I might want to get some land
Mm-hmm.
if fortune favors the bold, shines upon me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Um,
think you can out there it's pretty cheap still for land, I believe.
yeah. So let's see. We'll see how things go. This year is really do or die. It's like it's either going to work or it's not going to work. Um, and I have a lot of balls up in the air and a lot of projects I want to do of my own. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
gotcha.
fingers crossed. for sure. Oh, so yeah, like, I am planning to go possibly to what is it? MegaCon, which is in Florida.
Oh, okay, cool.
That one's in Orlando, the one in May, and then visit with my brothers and family either before or after, depending what works best. So
That sounds good.
yeah, so we shall see. Maybe I'll do a hangout from there.
You should. Ronnie's saying it gets hot here a lot in Florida, but he looks forward to cold days.
Yeah. It's like,
I'll take hot right now.
I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem, dude. So how's everybody doing out there? You guys doing good? Looks like there's a couple of you watching. You guys draw at all? Do your own comics? Stuff like that?
I'm back.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm not a Florida person, It's like, I don't mind hot weather, but just hot around the year doesn't thrill me.
Well, my friend of mine, she lives in Miami right now. It was like 70 the other day. I'm like, oh, I so wish I was there.
But it's like, I'm from New York. I'm used to at least some kind of winter. I mean, here the winter, in Kentucky, the winter is short. It's like we get more, sort of fall, spring weather.
Okay.
And there is a big chunk of summer. So, it's not Florida, but it's better than New York.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not as young as I used to be, and I appreciate a little bit warmer than like, New York. You hear about the horror stories of just horrible winters.
Yeah, well, right now, man. I mean,
yeah, it's like freaking snowing there, and
there, Chicago. I'm like, dude, yeah. I'm like,
yeah.
Here,
I mean,
I'm in Utah. I mean, we get snow and we have a long winter. It's really dry, but it's like it's weird. Like right now, it's 40 outside today. During the day. I'm like, 40's great. It's like t-shirt and short weather out here.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow's going to be a 50. But that's because it's a warm before the storm. We got a big storm coming 3 days, and that'll be cold for several days after. But
yeah. Oh, I was just thinking. Okay, so like on your channel, I see you like interviewing more people.
Yeah, trying to. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You interviewed Chad Harding, and
he's a friend of mine. Yep.
I joined at the end of that one.
Yeah.
That was the first time me talking to Chad. It's like I only know him from his work. I never spoke to him before.
Yeah. So remember, I think I told you one time when we first met that I was really lucky because in my area there's a lot of comic artists.
Yeah.
And so they've been helping me a lot, and Chad was one of them.
That's awesome.
And yeah, trying to get some of the other guys to come on the show, but they're so busy. So the time,
yeah,
I just can't get them.
I know you wanted to.
Oh, go ahead.
You wanted to get some people from the Top Cow that didn't work out, or scheduling.
So I messaged him again today. I don't know what's going on with that. So
yeah.
I have Local Con going to be coming on again because so they call it Wasatch Con, and Roger's doing the show, and he's a good guy. And um, but Wasatch Con is kind of interesting because it's about creators only, so it's
Cool.
artists, writers, and comic books only. And it's put on by it's helped funded by one of our local comic store over here, one of my competitors. So yeah. Um, but they're they'll be coming on soon, talk about it, and they have a lot of guys coming right now. Um, Ronnie says, "Love the fall, changing of the leaves, the colors." Yes, I'm in Missouri originally, and they got 15 inches of snow in St. Louis.
Good.
Ouch. And Ronnie makes children's comic book apps. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he does. If you follow him on Instagram, you see a lot of that. His work there.
I'll have
Just
to find him on Instagram and then put him on.
yeah, just type in his name, he'll come up.
All right. Yeah. I'll look him up.
Yep. He's a good guy.
Cool.
And I had him on my show.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, on my channel. Recently I had Scott Payne, who has a Indiegogo happening right now. And did a little interview with him and try to promote his campaign. Basically, it's like I saw him posting for at least a month before the campaign launched.
Mm-hmm.
Artwork from the campaign, and it's like I thought the work was gorgeous. He's the writer creator, and
Okay.
he got an artist, a colorist, and it's just beautiful work and beautiful looking book, and definitely he put a lot of thought into what kind of book he wanted to write and create, and it just sounded really, really good. And he launched it, and it was a few days in, and it wasn't getting any traction. It was
Mine
like
didn't either for what 30, 40 days.
Yeah.
Seth Merch, damn nice work. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, had him come on to my channel and interviewed him, and he got a couple more pledges. I checked it earlier today, but he's nowhere near his goal. It's like so if you're on my channel, go check it out.
Yeah, so like remember when I started the first time, nobody knew who I was.
Yeah.
And I extended my campaign to 60 days.
Yeah.
Just so I could, try to get it up there. But it only started taking traction right at the end when it took me a good 35 days to start breaking in and getting people to get on their shows, show what I'm doing, things like that. So it's pretty normal, I think, to fail the first time. In fact, it's quite normal. Like, did you ever talk to Akari Press?
Don't believe so.
He did. What was it called? Bad Santa or something like that. Brand. That's it. Brand. And he has Kane doing his work. Something Kane. I can't remember his name. He's a great artist. He used to work for Image. So good. Anyways, he failed 3 times.
Wow.
And his last one, he literally had $90 left in his bank account and only $8 pledged on his thing. He was about to give up. And then it just took off. I mean, granted, he did get noticed by Ethan, Ben Stauber, on his show, but it's because he was being really persistent, and kept trying. And so, he thought I'd show him, what was going on. Keenan White, that's the artist. Keenan White's the artist. If you know who he is, dude, he's
yeah.
He's dope as hell. Oh my god.
Yeah, his work is gorgeous.
Yeah, so Anyways, he was down to like $8 or something like that. Only $8 bid, and then finally it just took a while, and he finally blew up. He made the connections he needed to make. He got on the show, and did it, and so yeah. But I've been talking to a lot of guys lately on my channel about how to market yourself, how to get yourself out there, because like I didn't want my name to go away, type thing.
Yeah.
John Malin talked to me about that. Ethan did, and Akari did, and they're like, "Look, man, when you pull your campaign down, you need to keep your name out there somewhere, show what you're doing, get yourself a little bit of a following, So that's why I kept my YouTube channel going and stuff like that, because when I'm about to launch here, in another 15 days or so, my goal is to get at least 30% funded, 50% funded the first day. So
Right.
you got to keep your name out there, otherwise we don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to Seth Godin earlier today,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just talking about marketing yourself, and they were talking about Kickstarters,
Yeah.
and he said, it's mostly about trust,
Yeah.
and it's like if they don't know you, then there's nothing to trust. It's like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's like it's about being around for 10 years.
Well, there's that, and then there's
Yeah.
also, do you back other campaigns, or are you going to finish the project? Do you have a
Yeah.
decent amount of work done? And so it's been a process. I've had to learn all this, and then slowly keep going and keep going, and yeah. So I'm hoping this next run, we'll get funded the first week or two. But yeah.
Yeah. Um, I know an old friend of mine, Bill Tucci.
Oh yeah, he just launched his.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
he just launched his.
he funded in less than a day.
Yeah.
And I
Mm-hmm.
think it was like 10,000 goal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I know Mike Miller was talking about it yesterday on his stream. Everybody was about Bill's coming out, and Bill has not had. He's not been in the mainstream for a while. He took a break for a long time, I think, because I haven't seen him. I haven't seen a lot of his stuff at the shop, or advertised in previews and stuff like that. By the way, guys, if you're watching, I run a comic book shop, so so yeah,
yep.
I know what's happening out there, but I haven't seen Bill's stuff in a while. So yeah, it was nice to see though, because he used to. Who was his publisher? Was it Aspen? No, it wasn't Aspen. It was
Well, he had his own Crusade label.
Crusade. Okay.
He's done stuff for Marvel and DC.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And other publishers, maybe like Dynamite, and I don't know. He's been around, and yeah, maybe he hasn't had that much publicity.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the public eye for a while. Yeah,
lately.
Yeah, but he's he did She and stuff like that back in the day.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think I saw him. I want to say a year ago. I don't know. I saw him at some convention. Maybe. Let's see. I was at Louisville. I don't know. I definitely saw him in Virginia. But that was like 7 years ago. But well, the thing with his new campaign is he's doing an ash can for his next She project.
Oh, okay.
Within the campaign, so that's what I pledged to.
Oh, that's cool.
Since it's like I know him from way back during the She days, even before he launched that, and so I'm happy to see him jump back into it.
Yeah.
I think it's like something of the Return of the Warrior, Return of the Warrior, something like
Oh,
that.
okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, let's see. Oh, like he did a backup story to Everett Hartso's Razor back in the day,
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
like Razor Annual 1, and she was in it, and I inked a couple of pages of that, and that was his pencils.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
You should
Surprised,
see if you can get on to ink his book.
I'm surprised we didn't do more, but he does his own thing.
Yeah.
Well, he's really picky about inkers over him, and I wouldn't have liked that. It's like, it's like I'm not gonna ink the figures just so you can ink the heads. No, thank you. But he's a really cool guy, and obviously, he's very popular for doing multiple projects and books and
Yeah.
work throughout the years. And yeah, I think it has been a little while. I don't think it's been a long time, but it is good to
I
see.
think it's been over 5 years. 5 or 6
Really?
years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't keep that close an eye on just one person, but
Well, I mean,
um,
but I
yeah,
remember names that of people who
yeah,
influenced me over the years and stuff, and
yeah,
Bill was one of them.
definitely.
And yeah, but I don't know. I think, but they were talking about him yesterday on the streams because he kind of set a new precedence on what to expect for Indiegogos and stuff. Like, because he was John and stuff like that. We're all talking about like, how much is he asking for his book? And until they can start their own publishing companies, and compete with Marvel and stuff, if you want some of those books, you're going to be paying close to $20 a book. You know, and they're not going to come out as often, but with him getting funded in one day and everything, and it's the indie market right now is strong as ever. It's just going
Yeah,
to get better.
I forget who it was, but somebody posted, and they were talking about crowdfunding campaigns. I'm not sure if it was just Indiegogo, but there's like 4 or 5 campaigns going or that are live currently. I don't know if they were all launched within the last week or whatever, but they're all funded already.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Billy's was one of them.
Yep.
What is it? Zombie. The zombie girl guy, Dan
Oh yeah, Dan Mendoza, Daniel Mendoza,
Mendoza.
Mendoza. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He has
Zombie Camp.
some other book he came up with. It's not Zombie Tramp, but it's another girl book, and that's funded. The others I'm not going to remember right now, but yeah, it's like Billy's not the only ones
Oh yeah, yeah. Totally.
succeeding right now.
Yep.
But yeah, he is probably like leading the pack, of course.
Yeah, and and depending on what platform you want to use, I mean, Kickstarter last year they posted the numbers. They did what 16 million for independent comics last year.
Yeah,
Captain Comics only. That's insane.
yeah.
And Indiegogo did something like I think 8 million, maybe something like that
Well,
for
yeah. Just
total
wait.
projects. Yeah.
Wait till my projects get out there. We're gonna
Oh,
double
there
it.
you go.
Double it.
I love the optimism there, buddy. Yeah. I don't want to double it, but I'd like to make the
Yeah,
7,000. That I'm going to be doing for. So
I just want to get funded, man.
pretty much it. Like I want to get funded.
Yeah,
when they
Yeah.
print the books. But
Yeah.
if I can make a little cash on the side to pay my rent, I'm cool with that too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, if I don't get 20,000, I'm a failure, type thing. Yeah. There's people like that though. It's like it's kind of sad.
Oh man.
But
You
I'm
got.
gonna try to do my best.
Yep. Yep. Do you have a date in mind?
February 15th.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So that's
So it's coming up, and I'm finishing like the last few pages so everybody can see some really nice finished work. These pages will be lettered. They're in order so you can read them and everything. I've just been scrambling on them between working my other job and then I got to help my parents out sometimes because my parents' health has been bad lately.
yeah.
You know.
It's always rough.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You can't just
Yeah.
ignore life.
No, no. That's the only reason I stayed in New York as long as I did, is taking care of mom.
Yeah. In fact, probably when that's done, I plan on moving too. So
Yeah.
somewhere a little bit better, or eventually if
Kentucky.
I can get a house or Kentucky. If I do get a house with some land, I'll probably just take it with me,
There you
like a mother-in-law apartment or something like that. So
go. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So but, yeah, we'll see.
Yep. Well, that's cool. Right after Valentine's Day, you can
Yeah.
get your
So instead of spending your money on your girl, you
get
can
your sweetie
yeah, order
copy of the
the
Handyman.
handyman coming out. Yeah. She's gonna love it.
She's gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's got lots of red, like
Lots of red.
roses.
Yeah. It's got
Like
lots of
roses.
red. Yeah. By the way, for anybody listening that doesn't know, I'm a colorblind guy, so I gray tone most of my stuff, and so the only color I usually use I'm going to be using for the handyman is red for the blood. So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well, John Byrne was colorblind. Didn't hinder his career.
well, yeah, but he had another person doing colors
Well,
and inking and stuff like
eventually
that.
you'll get somebody else to do colors for you.
True.
Yeah,
I like the tones though, but yeah, I guess I know colors are important. A lot of people, they want the color,
yeah.
and I get it, but
I mean,
I've been open mind, people.
I I've been an anchor most of my career, and it's like I see everything in black and white.
Uh-huh.
It's like, yeah, I love color too. But really, it's like the artwork needs to stand up on its own
Yeah,
without color. So
yeah, because sometimes the colors can really ruin your drawing. you know,
it is true.
yeah.
It is true.
Even the inker can, like
Nah,
oh
not
yeah,
not a true anchor.
yeah. I know. Like, see, I ruin my own all the time. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's artwork can be ruined at any point. It's like that's
Yep.
it could be everyone's fault.
Yeah.
But that's I mean, not everybody can do good looking comics. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people doing it, but not everybody.
It's funny. This one time I got told by a guy. I know who he is, and well, of course I know who he is, but I mean,
Okay.
he's on my Facebook feed. But he told me one time, he was like, "Dude, you're never going to be a pro artist." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, you're just going to be an indie artist." I was so pissed. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm not good enough to work for Marvel and stuff like that. He's like, "Nope." I'm like, "Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
bro."
Well, not to upgrade or downgrade your work. but I've seen some horrible stuff through Mama.
From
You know,
yeah,
it's so it's it's possible that everybody could get a job
that's
there.
true. What's up, Abel? How you doing,
Hey,
man?
hey, good to see you here, man.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out, doodling. My camera's not working because my internet's not strong enough. But
Doesn't like you
one
today.
day, well, it's like I had so many problems like the last couple months with my PC and laptops and internet, and it's like I'm just happy to be freaking online at this point.
Mm.
Um, but in the big scheme of things, I have a couple contracts I'm going to be signing in February.
Oh,
Fingers
can you say
crossed that,
for who yet?
huh?
Can you say for who yet?
Um, when shit gets signed, I mean, it's like one of them I've mentioned, which
Mm-hmm.
is I'm supposed to be working for Phil McCall. Um, but I haven't actually signed a contract with him.
Mm.
But I appeared at a convention with him, so
Okay.
I feel
Is the other one a company or is it a indie gig?
it's a person. It's a person.
Oh, gotcha.
um, but that's the bigger deal, and um, that will change my life completely if it goes well.
Good.
That will
You need a
also mean 5 years worth of work. So
good. You need that break, dude.
yeah, it's like um I'm going about things in a certain way, and it's like I committed myself not to getting a day job, and um I could hustle and like post artwork online and sell artwork. I could do
Mm-hmm.
it that way, or I could just like make deals and have work through other publishers and other groups of
Yeah,
people.
I'm trying to do that way, but it's so hard sometimes. Like, because
It,
working at my shop right now, just part time, it's
yeah,
killing me financially, dude. I'm like, I need this book to pay off so I can have a little money, But
yeah.
if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna go have to get a day job, or something.
Well, having a day job isn't bad. I mean, it's like
Well,
I've had.
when you work a full time job, though, it just drains me so much. I can't draw when I get home. I can't. I just physically can't do that. You know, so my body
How
just
how young are you now?
how old? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm an old man. I got my start late. You know, so
Well, I'm in my 50s. You know.
yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah.
42. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still rocking at that point. Um, I probably had a job in my 40s. Um,
Yeah,
it's
I got really late start in my career though.
yeah,
Trying to do this because I didn't know what I was doing. I had no self confidence for many years.
yeah,
Val Valuto helped me out with that. So, and then my skills are finally just like they're coming together. Like I see myself growing every day now. Every day I draw, it's almost
yeah.
changing daily. Type thing.
I don't know why I'm taking a realistic swing at this, but normally I'm like, screw it, just go for it, man.
Yeah, I know. I've been,
So
I've wanted to, but you know, when I was younger, my family was always like super poor, and so
yeah,
the only thing I ever heard was just go get a job, go get a day job, go get a day job. That's what I did for the longest time. And then I realized my parents were always unhappy with who they were,
mm,
And my mom could draw, you know, but she never wanted to develop it. She just like, because she was a single parent for a long time, so she couldn't think about it. I'm lucky I'm not married yet, but still, I'm missing out on a ton on life because I haven't done anything. I haven't had the money to do anything. I haven't. You know, I'm trying to do artwork. You know, I should have stayed at a computer job. I'd be making like a ton of money right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like I was into computers like when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have stuck with it, I'd be a millionaire.
Day job is only good if you can be close to home or at home. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm tired of working out of my bedroom. You know, uh, I rent a small room in a place, and my buddies are getting married, so I need to make some changes here shortly. Like,
yeah.
I can count the weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy. Well, it's like I really do hope this is a success this time. I mean, come on.
Oh
Tyler
yeah.
did it.
I know.
Tyler funded his comic.
Yeah, he only need $1,000 though. You know.
Mm, what's your goal gonna be? Do you know?
Seven.
7,000?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not real,
No, it's not unrealistic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. So it'll be all right. I'm pretty sure it'll happen. I'm just scared, you know. So
yeah. Well, being scared is good,
yeah,
Lights a fire, man.
it can also make you paralyzed.
No,
Yeah.
don't let
I'm trying
don't
not
let
to.
it
Yeah.
paralyze.
I'm not trying. I'm
Yeah.
trying not to. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. See, Abel, I drive an hour, then work at 8. Uh, half my run on these 100s. So, oh yeah, so he has to drive an hour to work a 4 hour
Yeah.
shift, come back, and he's working on his 100 pages. So yeah, yeah, it's
Well,
slow right
actually,
now.
like when I moved to Kentucky, I worked for a while, like when like Bardstown is a small town in Kentucky,
Mm-hmm.
and not a lot of options
No.
if you have no skills, um, outside of comic books. Um, so I worked at Mickey D's for a while,
Okay.
but I loved it because I had the like breakfast shift. So
Okay.
I would go in early. I don't know, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
5. Well, I would wake up 4 a.m., 5 a.m., something like that.
Yeah.
Go in and be done mid-afternoon.
Okay.
So then I would go home, crash, which means like sleep for an hour or two.
Yeah.
Um, then get up and work till just past midnight or something.
Okay.
it's,
Okay.
it's like it's a ridiculous schedule, but I was
But it
younger then.
works. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I in many ways, outside of like the time I was in New York and like really the first 10 years of my career, I had an apartment in Brooklyn and just rocking and rolling for Mall
Mm-hmm.
in DC and all that. Um, it it, it really was a good time because I was utterly focused.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't give a shit about the day job other than it brought me a paycheck. I had fun there, but I also got work done there. It's like what they want me to do.
Yeah.
And then I would just come home, forget it all, and just focus on working on comics. It's nothing great came of it. Other than I worked with a lot of friends of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's like a lot more than not. Um, I just stayed in the industry. It's
Yeah.
like I did whatever I could to stay in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so just get work and keep busy. Get get enough for rent, get enough for food, get enough for
Yeah.
overhead.
I'm trying right now. Like, it's just because the shop is really slow right now. It's just there's some management changes going on, ownership changes still, and
Uh-oh.
it's causing problems. And
Yeah.
yeah, so like my hours are like not good, and I'm just trying to get this book done and get it launched, and I'm stressing out completely. And then I had a traffic ticket I had to pay for, which turned out to be way more than I thought it was going to be. And yeah, so I'm I'm nervous about how everything's going to turn out right now. So
Mm.
it sucks. Yeah, it sucks.
That reminds me, I just heard. You've never been to New York, have you?
No.
Um, there was a well-known comic book store, St. Mark's Comics. It's still there, but it's closing this month.
Oh, the one at Greenwich Village, yeah, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, yeah. And I believe the first time I went there was when I was in high school, because I went to high school in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Art and design, and I just read that St. Mark's was around 35 years or something like that. So that kind of works out. Like I probably did. I know I went to, like, there was a place called the Comic Book Gallery. That might have been its name. It was like all like second floor uptown address. And it was like wall-to-wall comics, but it also had like artwork hanging on the walls.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's why it was like called the Comic Book Gallery. And I loved that place. But it's like St. Mark's has always been around. If it was ever downtown, I always stop by. So it's just sad to see it go. But it's not like I'm in New York, but I might get out to New York Comic Con this year. So
that's good.
I'm
starting to get hopeful about what cons I can go to. Like, I'm trying to get ready for as soon as I get this stuff launched, I'll be filling out my stuff for Las Vegas Comic Con. And then Salt Lake is going to be in September. So yeah. And then I got denied for Denver and stuff, but
I hear a lot of people do.
Yeah. Well, they did a committee thing, so
yeah.
But there's a bunch of other cons I can get into still. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might try one out in the Midwest out there, just drive out and see what I can get. So
yeah. So let's see. I guess what I'll do now is ask if we have 3 people watching. Wants to ask any questions, please do it. We'll get to it if we can. But I'm like leaning towards ending soon, I guess.
Yeah, I've got to go pretty soon here.
Yeah.
I'll just look at the time. So
yeah.
If we want to wrap it up, that's not bad. But if you have any questions left, please ask.
What was I going to say? Well, obviously, I want you back, especially, you're going to have your campaign going. I want it to succeed. I want you to succeed. It's like you do beautiful artwork, and
appreciate it.
It's like I want you to have a successful career. Too many assholes have a career. It's
I know, right? Yeah.
Let's some of the good guys have a career.
Well, thanks, Abel. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. I gotta see some of Abel's art. I need to see some of Abel's art. See what he.
Oh man, he's pretty fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Does he have a YouTube channel too? Abel, you got a YouTube channel?
Like Ronnie, he's on Instagram. He's like in Facebook groups and whatnot.
I'm gonna pull up my Instagram real quick. Let's see what Abel's got.
His Abe Sapien, I believe, on Instagram, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, you're Pencil for Life on Instagram.
Pencil.4.life. I couldn't get the regular one. The
Okay.
Pencil for Life, yeah.
So they could find you there. Well, you're Brad Ashford. So what am I saying?
Abe Sapien?
Yeah.
SAP, right?
I don't want to
Yeah,
lose my
hashtag
internet. Okay. Did you find him?
Abe_Sapien?
I'll tell
Oh
you in
no,
a second.
Abe Sapien. Okay, just Abe Sapien. Okay. I'm trying to find him right now.
Okay. I think you spelled his name Peter. No, I'm kidding. Wow, it doesn't come up. Okay.
Oh,
I don't know. Some people are easy to find. They might have changed the search. Well, they definitely changed the search. I don't know if it's just recently, but I can't find my friends as easy as I used to on Instagram. I'm gonna have to make lists and link like
no, I can't
lists of
find you, Abe.
links.
I'm not finding you. It's giving me groups
Well,
and stuff. When I go to people, I can't find them. So
I'll get his link and send it to you.
okay, that'll work.
Ronnie's too. Both good guys, both talented artists. But yeah, so people can find you on Facebook and Instagram
Yeah,
and
it's just
YouTube.
pencil, the number 4, then life. So all together. Yep. That's how you find me.
And you're doing the Handyman
Correct.
on Indiegogo.
Nope, I'm doing Kickstarter first.
Are you for this time around? You're doing
I'm doing
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
Wow.
So I'm gonna. I know some people like only like certain platforms, you know. So I kind of want to reach out to people on both. I don't want to be limited to one. I don't want to keep myself just limited to one thing. But the main campaign will be run on Kickstarter this time.
That's cool.
And the reason why is they have a nice social aspect to it.
Yeah.
Where so if one of my buddies, that's where the board game I did was put on, so I'm already on there anyway.
Right.
So if someone like you supports my book and people follow you, then they all get notifications of what you did. So it helps.
That's true.
So it helps spread that out. So yeah.
And
helps the reach. Yeah.
It's funny. I sort of did a off the cuff sort of poll, like posted it to Facebook and Twitter, maybe Instagram. If I was to do a project, where would you support me? Instagram. I mean, Indiegogo or Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10 people, I forget the exact number of people involved, but like most people said Kickstarter.
Yeah, because they're already on there. They already have a platform on there. They don't want to leave. It's something that they're used to. So
Yeah.
Which I understand. But both platforms have their own advantages. The social aspect is definitely part of the Kickstarter one, but the Indiegogo one is everybody pays up front.
Yeah.
And then once you're funded, you can turn it into a store. So you can keep it going until you're ready to ship. Pretty much. So
there's advantages to both. I have been building my Kickstarter audience. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, world. For years. In Indiegogo, it's like, I supported a couple of projects there, but it's not like I got even anything over there.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. and so I mean, I'm just trying to, this is a business for me, so I need to put, my product in the way of as many people as possible. You got to cast that large net. And for me,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to probably hit both platforms at one point. So, but the first one I'm launching with is Kickstarter. So I'm going to relaunch this time. It's going to be on Kickstarter. And then, depending on how well it does, I'll make a decision after that if I do an Indiegogo one. So we'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, make sure Brad's Kickstarter will be successful, and then you'll see him again on Indiegogo.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, man. By the way, Abe, I put you. I followed you back. So then once I get Ronnie's link, I'll follow Ronnie as well. So on Instagram. So
yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah. I was just doodling tonight. Nothing serious, but I'll probably post it on my Instagram later.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thank you all for joining. Thank you, Brad, for being a part of this hangout. Yeah, the future studio synergies, I'll have like groups of people, and you're definitely welcome back once your campaign is up and running. And yeah, I'm not doing anything on a regular basis other than I promise videos each week. And I promise that, if all goes well in February, I'll be upgrading all my shit. So I'll have a better connection and camera and lights and all that.
Good. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all. And become a patron. Patreon.com/Peter Palmiotti. Thanks.
Cool.
All right.
Night,
bye, y'all.